Hello, I will be summarizing the Pew Report about the science posts that we see on social media. So, on social media, science related posts and science related pages and users are getting a staggering amount of followers right now, and views up to about 44 million followers. Some pages are getting stuff like that. National Geographic is the page with 44 million followers right now, and about up to 44% of Facebook users claim that they see posts about science regularly, where they didn't have this type of platform, they wouldn't really be able to see it anywhere else. These pages that are making the posts, they're mainly those with multimedia type platforms that we have heard of before. The ones with most popularity, like National Geographic, Discovery, Animal Planet, stuff like that. There's also posts that are on the rise, or pages that are on the rise that are pretty much new and really only specific to Facebook, and I'll talk about those later. And even though these science pages claim to be primarily focused on providing new information and discoveries, really only take up about 29% of the posts right now. And another 21% is labeled as useful science going on right now. So it's like, oh, you can use this in your everyday life. But the other remaining 50%, Pew has found, really isn't super scientific related. And typically the posts that get the most interaction are those really with just like inspirational quotes and not really science. And the post from a science related page that has had the most interaction wasn't even really science related at all. It was really just a post about Paris after the bombing, and it was just one saying, hey, we're all people of Paris right now, we're all praying for you. And I just found it interesting that the post with the most interaction isn't actually related to science. But it's another talking point we'll talk about later. And as far as content goes, and what these science-related posts are of, it's not really articles, it's not really anything in-depth or crazy. What they're finding at is they're mainly just pictures, videos, and those really with the least amount of words as possible are getting the most views. So really just a picture with maybe like a 1 or 2 word paragraph, or sorry, 1 or 2 word caption, and that's kind of what's being most popular right now on Facebook. But we'll kind of see and kind of delve a little bit more into that in class. And then one last interesting thing that they were talking about was how it's odd that those who are more popular on Twitter are not as popular on Facebook, such as like Neil deGrasse Tyson and Bill Nye. How they've got like 3 to 4 times as many followers on Twitter as they do on Facebook, and I just found that interesting. And they're also posting about 3 to 4 more times as much on Twitter. I don't know if that's cycle going which way or the other, whether or not they're posting more because they have more followers, or they have more followers because they're posting more. It could go either way. But I just found it interesting that is actually the people labeled as scientists are more geared toward Twitter, and what I would think is more as the youth, versus the multimedia companies more geared towards Facebook and kind of the older generation. But overall, pretty interesting report, and I look forward to discussing it more in depth in class. And thank you for tuning in. I will hopefully see you Monday, barring no hurricane.